The year 2021 was great, where we have seen some impressive breakthroughs in the world of cameras. And brands like Sony, Canon, Nikon, and Fujifilm continue to amaze us with the cutting-edge technology. We've seen cameras with super fast frame rates, eye-controlled AF, and the list goes on. As we are at the end of this year, it's time to look back at some of the best cameras released in 2021 that remained very close to our heart. So, without any further delay, let's get started. Let's start with Sony. There's no denying that Sony has been leading the mirrorless camera market for a while now, and its Alpha 1 is a masterpiece that has taken Sony to a new height in the competition. It has everything you could ever expect to be in a camera: insanely faster performance, 8K shooting, industry-leading autofocus, and so on. Though it is an expensive camera, the top-notch features justify its price. And clearly, it's one of the best professional-grade 8K shooting cameras in the market and suitable for those who want absolute quality in their work. But Canon was no slouch either. For a long time, Canon did not have a dedicated camera for shooting wildlife and sports cameras in the R series, which was fulfilled with the launch of R3. Inside an old-school body, the R3 features an advanced new sensor, impressive eye focus, and most importantly, 6K video capabilities. Its lower-resolution sensor has indeed limited appeal compared to the Sony A1 and Nikon Z9, but honestly, no other cameras come close to R3 when combining traditional DSLR charms with a next-generation mirrorless camera. Fujifilm wasn't too far behind either. While the full-frame mirrorless camera market was too cluttered by giant players like Sony, Canon, and Nikon, Fujifilm chose a safe niche: the medium-format camera market with the Fujifilm GFX 100S. It's much smaller and cheaper than its predecessor. Despite that, it houses a massive 102-megapixel sensor and in-body image stabilization to record crisp 4K videos even when moving. All in all, the GFX 100S is both compact and powerful, which is ideal for filmmakers. Let's not forget about the Nikon Z9. Although it was relatively new to the market, it had definitely made an entrance. In terms of specs, it beats the flagship Alpha 1 and Canon R3 with its blazing fast 120fps burst shooting, 8K at 60 frames per second capability, and around 2 hours of continuous recording in 8K at 30 fps. All of these still with a cheaper price tag. Though the resolution in Sony A1 is higher and the R3 triumphs in terms of ISO, image stabilization, and the articulated touchscreen, still, the Nikon Z9 is overall a remarkable camera that vows next-level performance. Next up, we have the Sony a7 IV. Even though the Sony a7 series has always been the company's entry-level full-frame mirrorless camera, the Sony a7 IV is both too powerful and too expensive for that. It has exceeded its predecessor in every single way, from resolution count of the sensor to significantly increased video capture capability. With unprecedented buffer capacity and super responsive AF, it's more like the Mini Alpha 1 at half the price, and goes head-to-head with the Canon EOS R6. Speaking of Canon, we have another favorite, which is Canon EOS R5. Canon and Sony have been fighting side by side in the mirrorless camera market for quite some time now. When Sony set the bar with its Alpha 1 camera, Canon just did not sit behind idly. They launched the R5 with many impressive features to backfire Sony. It's Canon's finest camera that's perfect for both photography and videography. Although it had an 8K overheating issue, luckily, Canon fixed it by releasing a firmware update, making it a cheaper 8K camera alternative to the Sony A1. Last but not least, we have the Nikon ZFC. While manufacturers like Fujifilm and Olympus were already one step ahead in the game of making amazing retro-style cameras, recently we've all been amazed by the looks of the Nikon ZFC. The main selling point of this camera was the classic look with a splash of style and nostalgia into it. You can control this camera both by dial-based retro controls and the touchscreen. By no means this camera can be compared to other high-end cameras in this list. Still, the images it can take look great, and the 4K video is no slouch either. Another honorable mention is Sony a7C from 2020, which remained a highly popular camera even in 2021. It grabbed the compact full-frame camera market, which normally Leica ruled over. So, that was all about the best prominent camera released in 2021. Surely we have seen some great rivalry among the camera manufacturers like Sony, Canon, and Nikon. And let's hope that this trend continues even in 2022, because in the end, we, as the consumers, get benefited from it. So, what do you think? Do you have any favorite cameras from 2021 that we missed? Let us know in the comment section below.